Hi everyone, we are the CapitalNet TV and this is the Capital Calls, your weekly news update. This feature is presented in collaboration with our industry partner, the Indian Private Equity and Venture Capital Association. First up, investments in India. BASIX bags $10.5 million funding to take its human ATM network to more Indian villages. Fintech startup BASIX sub-K iTransactions has reportedly raised $10.5 million Series C round from March Invest. The Hyderabad-based startup will use the funds for business expansion and strengthening its technology stack. Roots Ventures invests $1.5 million in Smytten to support expansion. Gurugram-based online discovery platform Smytten has raised $1.5 million in a fresh funding round. The investment came in from existing investor Roots Ventures. Smytten's co-founder Swagata Sarangi reportedly said that the fresh funds will be used to expand the user base, infrastructure and offline presence. Matrix Omidyar invests $8 million in Jaipur-based social commerce startup. A regional social commerce company, DealShare, raised around $8 million in its Series A round of funding led by Matrix Partners India and Falcon Edge Capital. The startup commenced operation in September last year and focuses on middle and lower income population belonging to non-metro Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. NeoBank Juno raises $3 million seed funding from Sequoia Polychain. NeoBank Juno has raised $3 million in a seed funding round led by Polychain Capital and Sequoia Capital, India's accelerator program Surge. With this funding, the company wants to expand its team in Singapore and India. In addition, the company will also be applying for a license in select markets. Car cleaning repair CleanseCar raises $2 million from Haldiram's Dhainu Das, others. Daily car cleaning and repair service CleanseCar on October 9th has announced a funding of $2 million in pre-Series A round from 10 investors. It is expected that the company will use the fund to expand its services to all metropolitan cities and adopt better technology. Oyo SoftBank JV acquires Japanese apartment rental firm for $100 million. In another instance of Oyo's acquisition strategy for growth, the Gurugram-based hospitality decacorn with SoftBank Group has reportedly acquired a Japanese apartment rental company, MDI. The joint venture of Oyo and SoftBank Group in Japan has acquired an 80% stake in MDI for $100 million. Oyo is raising another $1.5 billion. Oyo, the popular India-based hotel startup, is reportedly raising another $1.5 billion, partially from its founder Ritesh Agarwal. Y Combinator-backed Vahan.ai raises funds from Khosla Ventures, others. Bengaluru-based jobs marketplace Vahan.ai has raised an undisclosed amount of fresh funding from Khosla Ventures, Founders Fund and Pioneer Fund. The fresh funds will be used towards scaling up and expanding operations. Sachin Bansal looks to invest in $14 million funding round in Ugrow Capital. Mumbai-headquartered lending tech firm Ugrow Capital is raising $14.11 million from Flipkart co-founder Sachin Bansal and the Poonawalla family. The firm will use the funds to expand its businesses at a time when capital is scarce for the sector. With 55 million Series B, ContractIQ expands technology hub in India. London-headquartered contract management company ContractIQ is now ready to strengthen its Indian presence with the latest funds infusion. The company announced that it is expanding its technology hub in India. This came after the company raised $55 million in Series B funding round led by Insight Partners. Greytip raises $4.87 million Series C funding from InfoEdge Mega Delta Capital. Human resources tech startup Greytip Software Private Limited has raised a Series C funding of $4.87 million from InfoEdge. The round also saw participation from the existing investor funds advised by Mega Delta Capital. Bounce to raise $125 million funding from Accel B Capital. Bengaluru-based Bounce, earlier known as Metro Bikes, a dockless bike rental startup, is raising around $125 million in its latest funding round. The round is led by existing investors B Capital and Accel India. Danzo Raises in $45 million Series D funding to scale up tech. Bengaluru-based hyperlocal services enabler Danzo has finally closed $45 million Series D funding round after months of speculation and ministerial findings. The funding round has reportedly valued Danzo at around $180 million to $200 million. Bengaluru startup Fyle raises $4.5 million from Steadview Capital. Bengaluru-based expense management startup Fyle has raised $4.5 million from US-based hedge fund Steadview Capital. Fyle plans to use the funds raised to invest in bolstering its expense management product and expand its global market footprint with additional sales and marketing investments. In other news, amid controversy, WeWork eyes 5 new co-working spaces in India. WeWork India is opening new co-working spaces across the country, including 3 in Bengaluru, 2 in Hyderabad and 1 in Noida, even as the company battles plummeting valuation and investor faith in its global business. That's it from the Capital Calls India. Tune in next week for more such weekly updates.